Hello, everyone. My name is Sneha Varghese, and I'm here with Jacob and Giselle to talk about the shoe company Crocs and how we can make it a successful and more profitable company in today's market. Now, some background about Crocs in general. Now, it had a lot of success in the early 2000s as it gained popularity through celebrities and its unique design. But in 2014 and in the 2010s, that era, a lot of cheaper knockoffs were being sold, and consumers gravitated towards those cheaper knockoffs because it was a better alternative and it was easier to purchase than ones from Crocs themselves. And so, because of this, Crocs had to shut down 15% of their global stores and also close its last manufacturing plant in 2018. So they were not expecting any further growth. But in 2020, they gained more success through brand partnerships, as you can see here with KFC and Crocs collaboration. And they gained its longest period of growth that they've ever had. And the problem that we have here, though, is that they've had these short periods of growth instead of long periods of growth. So, our strategic long term goal is to have Crocs have a long term growth instead of these short periods of growth. And they can do this by staying relevant and staying up with all of the trends in today's social media. And they can stay true to their company as well while doing this.
Starting off with the first solution, we believe that celebrity endorsements are a way to achieve the long-term goals of Crocs. This type of advertising is commonly used by many businesses because of how efficient they are. It is a great way to not only build brand awareness, but it helps build a relationship with customers. Whether it's through words, images, or videos, celebrity endorsements are meant to capture the attention of consumers. And that is how Croc products are going to stand out from their competitors. Because since celebrities are always in the public eye, whatever they wear is going to gain mass media exposure. And this prompts individuals to buy from that brand because they want to own something that is associated with those of higher standing. Furthermore, celebrities can increase the credibility of the brand, which helps with brand image and buyer behavior. But this all depends on the celebrity that is chosen. For example, if a celebrity is deemed trustworthy, then that brand will also be considered trustworthy to buy from. So it is important to have the proper organization of a successful campaign to help with Crocs winning against their competition and maintaining relevancy.
Solution can be influencer marketing. Now, Forbes defines social media influencers as individuals with a large amount of followers, thus being able to persuade and influence those who follow them to buy products or services. And using social media influencers will cater to Crocs demographic, which are adolescents and adults under 25. And so the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry reported that 90% of teenagers ages 13 to 17 use social media daily, and adults ages 18 to 39 report using some sort of social media, and that's 84% of what they surveyed. And so these individuals know about these common social media influencers that are gaining so much popularity on these various social media apps. And so catering to their demographic will be very easy by being partners with these social media influencers. And social media influencers also provide a sense of authenticity and relatability because they let their audiences into their personal lives. They allow them to know more about them, which is something that is new and fresh rather than the ordinary celebrity. And so this allows them to connect to the audience and will allow these consumers to trust what they recommend, therefore boosting Crocs' sales. And now a niche market is very important as well. Crocs needs to make sure that they partner with individuals that embody certain aspects of Crocs brand as well. And for example, Bang Energy is a very important example, and it's a energy drink company that gained popularity on social media specifically. And because they partnered with young male influencers, fitness influencers, and gaming influencers. They targeted their demographic of young male teenagers and adults, and it allowed them to gain $7.7 million in initial market value and boosted their overall popularity. Now, there are also many disadvantages with influencer marketing, and this could be accounts with fake followers. And so Crocs need to be aware and need to know which accounts have these fake followers and to decipher between the ones that are real and ones that are fake so they don't waste their money that they're investing. And then also they need to be aware of oversaturating social media with many advertisements. They need to make sure that they don't have these influencers advertise Crocs maybe once a week or more than twice or three times a month, because that can make their followers feel bored or annoyed that they're being bombarded with so many advertisements by Crocs. But overall, influencer marketing will allow them to gain more popularity on social media.
The third solution involves utilizing a reinvention of the logo of Crocs. Before we talk about that, it is important to understand the importance of a logo. So logos provide a first impression to the community that they are trying to market to. First impressions are important because no matter what website or if you Google a company, the logo will be most likely the first thing to show up on the search bar. Next is the brand identity, tying into the first impression. Brand identity is important because it is the front facing image of the company. Third is brand loyalty. Brand loyalty is important, especially in the fashion industry, because consumers tend to construct a tribalism around these brands because the brand is showing the logo on their clothing, they're showing the logo on their stores, and people like to be a part of an in group, which logos help provide within the fashion industry. Fourth is separating from competition, especially with Crocs having issues with knockoffs, separating themselves from competition and also having a means to know if the shoe is legitimate versus a knockoff will be very important in order to separate themselves and also to establish a upper scale brand rather than these knockoffs that are cheaper and probably less good quality. Finally is logos are functional for the company's industry. Taking the example of McDonald's, it has bright red and yellow colors in order to have people while they're driving by be able to easily see McDonald's and be able to quickly pull into that drive through or to have their eye be caught and be able to see, hey, that's a McDonald's. I'm going to go there. I'm going to eat there because I recognize those colors. I recognize what that is. I'm able to easily see that. So the problem with Crocs's current logo is the uninspired silhouette. Right now, it is currently, as you can see, a circle with a crocodile in the middle. While this is a fun play off the name Crocs, it provides very little in readability for the actual logo itself. The logo is essentially, if you see it from far away, you're unable to decipher what it is. You're unable to make that neural connection as to what is being advertised towards you. Another problem is the lacking of eye-catching colors. Referring back to the previous example of McDonald's, there is, with the black and white, no instant connection to seeing a white circle with a black background. People are unable to make that neural connection when they instantly see it. And with the current lowering of attention span coming along with the fast, informative society that we have, being able to instantly identify something is going to be much more beneficial for a company. Crocs's logo is also much too busy. If you see this logo from a mile away on a billboard or even driving up to it on a billboard, you're going to be unable to know what it is. Frankly, it is a little bit more akin to maybe a children's toy company with The semi goofy, soft crocodile that is in the logo itself. Another problem behind it is the difficulty to monetize and advertise Crocs. Within the fashion industry, placing your logo on the clothing itself is very important because of the previously mentioned tribalism, as well as the ease of identifying the clothing as Crocs clothing or as Gucci clothing with their interlocking G's, the red and green colors, or even Nike with the iconic check mark. The last problem is that it does not imply its market. Nothing about the logo says that this is a clothing company, and under that assumption, it is very difficult to advertise Crocs logo or mascot, whatever you'd like to call it, as a fashion-based company.
So moving on to the recommendations, out of all the solutions we just mentioned, we highly recommend using celebrity endorsements. To implement the strategy into the Croc company, Crocs must find celebrities that fit their brand image. In this case, it would be best for the company to use athletes, especially those who play basketball, because they are highly influential in the shoe culture that we see today. So individuals like Stephen Curry and LeBron James would be the ideal candidate to have a collaboration with. And within that collaboration, they will be making their own Croc design. And the company could then form a campaign that aligns the celebrity and brand together by doing a short video that teases the collaboration that they did with Crocs. And that will build hype around the launch. After the success of using a basketball player, the brand doesn't have to limit themselves to just basketball. They can reach out to other athletes of different sports to do celebrity endorsements. So whenever the endorser wears Crocs, they are basically a walking advertisement that not only brings media exposure, but also expands the target market with their fan bases. And with that said, Crocs will continue to maintain their edge against their competitors by using this recommendation and other solutions provided in today's presentation.